Much better. Just give me a few moments and I'll be good to go. I didn't realize you were concerned about it. I guess I shouldn't continue to keep it a secret.
बड़े बीमार लोग मिल रहे हैं यहाँ पे. पहले कॉले बीमार, अभी दुनियाज़ाड़ बीमार.
I was actually born with Elazar.
अच्छा इसको भी वही है.
Terminal now.
Can't believe it's Elazar.
वो भी terminal.
Oh, you've already heard of Elazar. In that case, you probably know about its severity.
We do.
Sumeru's current medical advancements still haven't been able to find a cure. The disease's progression can only be delayed through environmental therapy.
Dunyarzad.
There's no need to be sad. I've always lived with Elazar and I came to terms with it a long time ago, compared to the simple fact that I'm afflicted with this. Its effects on my life have been much more painful. I know that my family loves me dearly. They've done all they can to provide the best environment for me, so that I can live for that much longer. However, I know I will one day succumb to this.
गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट की स्टोरी कुछ ज़्यादा ही सैड और डार्क होती जा रही है. मतलब पीपल हैव एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड डाइंग. पहले वो था टेपे, मेरे ख्याल से पहला बंदा था जो एक्चुअली में मरा. काजुहा का दोस्त, पर उसके बारे में हम ज़्यादा जानते नहीं हैं. अभी दुनियाज़ाड़.
Did you know? Before I ran away from home this time, the world outside of my home didn't even know that I existed. Since I was a child, all I could do was sit on my bed and stare at everything outside of my window. I'm sure my family's worried and disappointed in me for running away, but I just didn't want to have any regrets. I wanted to meet other people. To me, there's nothing more beautiful than being able to meet and speak with others. Not to mention the incredible time spent preparing for the festival. The joy on everyone's faces here, and all the support I've received from friends like Dia. This way, when my final day does arrive, it will be less sorrowful. At the very least, many people will remember that I once existed in this world, right?
As long as you don't forget Paimon, Paimon also won't forget about you. No, even if you forget Paimon, Paimon will still remember you.
Thank you two so much. I apologize for the depressing conversation. This is out of character for me.
क्या out of character भाई? मरने वाली है तू.
To be honest, Lesser Lord Kusanali gave me the courage to do all of this. If it weren't for her encouragement, I wouldn't have taken that first step. Thanks. There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets. Oh, right. Isn't it almost time?
Huh? Almost time?
Isn't the dance of Sub-Zeros about to begin? It's the part of the festival that I've been looking forward to the most. Nilu will recreate that legendary scene with her most splendid dancing. And the Sub-Zeros festival will conclude amid everyone's applause and blessings. And with that, my wish will also...
Then what are we waiting for? Let's go!
Yeah, we should still make it in time.
Were you not aware that the law prohibits this type of performance from taking place without prior permission?
Over there! Someone's yelling at Nilu!
I think I just saw the Academia's Grand Sage. Why is he here in person?
But the Dance of Sub-Zeros is one of the key parts of the Sub-Zeros festival. If we can't perform it...
The Sub-Zeros festival. The law also prohibits the private hosting of large-scale religious festivals. Only the Academia can host such an event.
जैसे जैसे मैं गेम खेलते जा रहा हूँ मुझे एकेडेमिया वाले कुछ ज़्यादा ही फुद्दू लगने लगे हैं.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an investigation into every single event organizer. The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency. I advise that you exercise tact.
How did things turn out like this? The Academia was originally responsible for the Sub-Zeros festival, but they failed this responsibility for many years. I need to speak with them. This is a hard pill to swallow, but
Art, dance. Aren't you ashamed of pursuing such frivolous and meaningless activities in this land of knowledge and reason? Our Archon created the utopia that is Sumeru City for all scholars who sought validity, verity, and truth, while people like you wish to defile it.
तू ही ढूंढ रहा साले validity.
No. I believe that our Archon never rejected the arts. Even the goddess of flowers dedicated a dance to her.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are qualified to debate with me. What you should be doing is finding workers to tear down this ridiculous eyesore. When we return, have the scribe draft an ordinance before the next Nyagarbha day that prohibits public art performances. We will announce it to the public later via the Akasha.
क्या बात है ऑलरेडी मेरा इसका गला दबाने का मन कर रहा है
Understood. I will inform him when I return.
The Sub-Zeru's festival. Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content.
Nilu, are you okay? Oh, Dunyarzad. You all saw that just now? The Grand Sage ordered us to stop the performance.
yeah.
Let's go somewhere the Academia can't find us and perform there. But how do we let everyone know? And what about the atmosphere on the stage? Or we could get people to block them off so they can't interrupt the performance. No. They just threatened to investigate the organizers. If we were caught...
Nilu, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
But you've been looking forward to the Dance of Sub-Zero so much. And I know how important this festival is to you.
It's okay. Seeing you care this much about my feelings is more than enough. It would be too risky to continue the Sub-Zero's festival at this point. I don't want to get everyone in trouble.
If you say so. But... you can sneak out for the next Sub-Zero's festival, right? We'll make sure the next one is a smashing success.
The next one. Yes. Okay, it's a promise. It will be a smashing success.
I can't believe this is how things turned out. Those heartless geezers.
It really is okay. There's nothing we can do about it.
जो वॉइस एक्ट्रेस है दुनियाज़ाड की बहुत ही अच्छा काम कर रही है ये शी इज़ रियली डूइंग अ वेरी गुड जॉब ऑफ कि इंसान को कैसा लगता है जो इंसान
Still, I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilu's dance.
A lot happened today. It's a shame the festival ended the way it did. Nilu and Dunyarzad promised to make the next Sub-Zero's festival a success. But Dunyarzad is running out of time. Yeah.
All connections have been secured to construct the most stable framework possible. The project has entered its most critical phase. Power has begun to flow from...
ये किसकी बात थी
We're gonna be late! It's all because you wouldn't get out of bed! We should go meet Dunyarzad right away! Good morning, Dunyarzad. Sorry we're late.
Not at all. I arrived early.
You seem kinda tired.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go? Let's...
Sure. Ooh, they're selling food over that way. Let's go take a look.
This is a stall offering foods from the Haftmewa feast.
You are quite well informed, miss. I thought most people nowadays wouldn't know.
हैं? Last time भी तो ये बात हुई थी.
Plants! Oh, Paimon's a little disappointed.
ये क्या हो रहा है? एक बार हो तो चुका है ये.
Actually, what is the Haftmewa feast you mentioned just now?
It's one of the Sub-Zerus festival's traditions. People used to set their tables with 7 different foods to symbolize the 7 virtues
हाँ
of
भाई
the
मेरे साथ
Arca.
भी.
Appear to be in the form of the moon.
Really? Paimon thought it looked like some kind of food.
अबे कोई टाइम ट्रैवल टाइप का कुछ हो रहा है क्या? या कुछ ग्राउंड ऑफ
The
डे
moon signifies-
दोबारा रिपीट हो रहा है.
It's escaping me for now.
Is he really looking it up?
Oh, right. It means illusions and lies.
Oh.
But if you trust your intuition and overcome your fears,
Understood. I'll keep that in mind.
oh, it's nothing.
Guess that was still pretty interesting. Okay, on to the next stop. So, where to next?
हाँ.
All right, soldiers. Now that you have your Yalda candies, don't forget your loyalty.
Yes, Knight Ferris! What's going on?
Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is another Sub-Zerus.
It's all thanks to Miss Dunyarzad's sponsorship that the children can meet the knight. Oh, do you want some Yalda candies? I happen to have some boxes.
What's to pick?
It's not that.
Ooh, how...
And there's also lizard tail.
Ugh, what are those... Traveler, help...
Great. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Ah, excellently chosen. Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Ha-ha! Paimon bet you had incredible luck, and Paimon was...
कुछ तो गड़बड़ है दया. कुछ तो गड़बड़ है.
Huh? How's that possible? It's obviously random. Maybe we didn't sleep very well last night. Or maybe we slept too much.
दोनों में से कुछ नहीं है.
Oh, sure.
Huh? Where are you going? You're just...
वाह. अचीवमेंट के लिए था ये.
A feeling of deja vu? Oh, Paimon knows what that is. It's what... In that
Yep.
case, Paimon also felt something like... So, why'd you run here in such a hurry? So that's it. You're intentionally doing things you usually wouldn't and seeing if you still get the...
Welcome, you two. Are you here for lunch? What would you like to eat? Got it. You don't look like you're from these parts, but I gotta say, you've got good taste. I'll give this order to the kitchen.
Coconut charcoal cake? Isn't it that burnt thing that didn't look tasty at all? Oh, Paimon understands what you're trying to do now. That thing, isn't this going a bit too far? How was it? The look on your your face is telling Paimon that it tasted. Then, you mean... That's impossible. We were just talking about how gross it looked. So, would this be a case of taste bud deja vu?
ये कौन सा taste bud deja vu?
Paimon also gets the impression that we've been here many times, even though we are regular. How the...
ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही mysterious होता जा रहा है मामला. इससे बात करते हैं. Curiouser and curiouser.
Is sitting by yourself on that bench over there.
ये फिर से अपनी बीमारी के बारे में बताएगी.
What a coincidence, Dunyarzad. We meet.
Oh, I ran into some kidnappers just now.
Kidnappers? Oh my goodness.
I'm okay. Dia's arm got scratched, but...
That's a big relief.
वो सारी चीजें फिर से हुई, भले ये वहाँ पे था नहीं.
You seem a little...
Not at all. I've always been like this. Excessive physical. Besides, no matter how amazing today may be, it is but a single day. After however many more days,
Paimon doesn't quite follow you, and Paimon feels like something's really got you down right now.
It really is fine. I don't mind. Huh?
Dunyarzad, have you ever felt deja vu?
Deja vu? No. But my days have been the same for years.
Oh, Paimon sees. Then, is it a...
It's almost time.
Huh? Time for what?
Nilu's Dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin.
अच्छा अपनी बीमारी की बात नहीं की इसमें इस बार. Okay. फिर से हुआ कुछ. Again.
With your lack of intellectual credentials, I do not believe you are When we return, have the scribe draft...
Understood. I will inform...
The Sub-Zero's festival.
फिर से देखेगा. इस बार नहीं देखा इसने मुड़ के.
Nilu, are you okay?
Oh, Dunyarzad.
It's okay. There's not...
But you've been really looking forward to this.
It truly is unfortunate, but I don't want to cause trouble for anyone.
True, but...
The next festival.
Wait, what did you just say?
ये कुछ अलग बात की इसने.
No, nothing. I'll be heading back to rest. Thank you for your help, everyone.
Paimon can't believe what those heartless geezers did! Dunyarzad...
फिर से रिपीट होगा ये दिन. ये दिन फिर रिपीट होने वाला है.
So, in the end, you still couldn't figure out what that deja vu feeling was all about?
शायद जब सोने जाएगा और उसके बाद उठेगा तब होगा.
Maybe it really was because of exhaustion. Same here. That's why Paimon stopped thinking of... Then, how about we settle in and get a good night's sleep? For now, we can chalk things up to exhaustion. We can do more thinking
Gilary?
tomorrow.
कुछ तो चक्कर है. फिर से वही हो रहा है. अबे ये क्या हो रहा है यार?
Observing a modest drop in the output of jnana energy, but values still remain within normal parameters.
इसको किडनैप कर लिया गया है. ये कहीं पे बंद है किसी कमरे में और ये एक ही दिन को बार-बार रिपीटली जी रहा है.
Continue to monitor the variances in the data and find the cause as soon as possible.
Why does Paimon feel so tired after so much? Anyway.
फिर से वही हो रहा है. Again. वही दिन रिपीट हो रहा है. ये किडनैप वगैरह कर लिया इसे.
Good morning, Dinyarzad. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Not at all.
Huh? Paimon thinks you sound.
I'm doing well. There's no need to worry. Shall we go?
ये भी एक ही
Let's
दिन
start
को
with the
लगता है
stalls over
बार-बार दोबारा जी रही है. तभी ये हर दिन और ज़्यादा टायर्ड नज़र आ रही है.
Great idea. Let's get going. Traveler?
चलो अच्छा बार-बार हमें खुद तो चल के नहीं जाना पड़ रहा.
It's all thanks to Miss
Hmm,
Dunyarzad's
दोबारा से.
sponsorship that the children can enjoy the Sub-Zero's festival.
दोबारा से बॉक्स चुनना होगा हमें.
Are you interested in Yalda candies?
I
I
am.
have some boxes of candy here.
Not much.
It's not that simple. Each box contains a random flavor.
They.
And there's also lizard.
बॉक्स नंबर 4.
No problem. These boxes of candy are numbered 1 to 5 from left to right. Which one do you want?
4 भाई तो यार ये तो क्रीपी होता जा रहा है. ये स्टोरी लाइन थोड़ी सी क्रीपी होती जा
I
रही है.
like your confidence.
Creepy or
no
interesting?
hesitation at all. Oh, congratulations! Number 4 is indeed Sunsetia.
Of course it is.
Paimon knew he always had incredible luck. Paimon's not really in.
Wait.
What?
I do. वही तो.
He was right about all of them?
That couldn't have been luck. How is this possible? I packed all those boxes this mind reading? X-ray vision? Or some kind of magic trick? This is way too freaky.
एक्सरे भी यहाँ पे.
Tell us what's going on. Since when did you get superpowers? Traveler?
Since always. Huh?
Hey, where are you going?
यार ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही इंटरेस्टिंग होती है यार ये स्टोरी.
What's going on? Did you see something?
हाँ.
Us leaving Dunyarzad without letting her know is kinda rude, you know.
ये क्या पाइमॉन है छोटी सी. अरे भाग क्यों रही है? फेमिलियर फिगर. अरे फेमिलियर कहाँ से? इसको तो मैंने पहले कभी देखा ही नहीं. ये कोई जादुई आत्मा लग रही है यहाँ पे.
What are you looking for? Why did we come here? Traveler?
ये तो सुक्रोस लग रही है।
That's...
जो डिज़ाइन मैंने देखा उसका पीछे, ये तो सुक्रोस का डिज़ाइन है यार। मतलब बड़ी सुक्रोस का डिज़ाइन है। वो लेकिन ये सुक्रोस नहीं है। ये देखो पीछे जो ये बने हुए 3। अच्छा, ओ वी फाइनली मीट। यही है लेसर लॉर्ड कुसनाली।
Look! That's... Isn't that Dunyarzad? What's happening here? Why are there 2 Dunyarzads?
You already know that this isn't your first Sub-Zero's festival, don't you? I'm sure you already know how to use this.
A knowledge capsule? Where did you get it?
You should use it too, Paimon.
You know Paimon? Well, this seems kind of...
फाइनली मिल गए।
What the...
हर बार क्या कहते हैं, आर्कॉन से मिलने का बड़ा ही यूनिक तरीका होता है। सबसे ज़्यादा मेमोरेबल तो वही लगा था जो इलेक्ट्रो आर्कॉन से मिले थे, राइडन शोगन से। सबसे ज़्यादा आइकॉनिक सीन वही था।
This is our 20th time at the Sub-Zero's festival?
20?
No, the 30th? 40th? Just how many times have we been to the Sub-Zero's festival?
ओ भाई साहब,
Have we been trapped in a single day? If it weren't for you, we wouldn't have even realized.
that meet everyone, the Dendro Archon.
What the heck was inside that knowledge capsule?
Your memories are still scrambled? Try your best to remember. This isn't the first time we've met, and I answered that question a long time ago.
लॉन्ग टाइम हो भाई, कितने टाइम से अटका हुआ है ये एक ही दिन के अंदर?
Let Paimon think. Oh, it's coming back. Meeting you was the real catalyst for restoring our memories, and the knowledge capsule was just your means of showing our minds the way. What about everyone else?
Your sense of deja vu is stronger than everyone else's, yes? As for an explanation, you two received the blessing of Dendro, and you also have special, sensitive constitutions. It was as if a single sheet of paper was separating those memories from your consciousness. A familiar question. I think this is the 7th time you asked that.
Okay.
As you can see, she isn't doing well. You probably sensed it too. The Dunyarzad you were just with is different from the first Dunyarzad you met. That first Dunyarzad is in front of you right now, and she doesn't have a lot of time left. Looks like you're almost done sorting out your brain. Oh yeah, I'm Nahida. Good, you passed the test.
ना ये डेंड्रो आर्कॉन नहीं है इसका
You
मतलब।
can awaken our memories, and you seem like you know what's going on. Oh, wait. Please don't tell Paimon even you don't know.
Everything in this world runs in a loop. This cycle is called a samsara. You, me, and everyone else are all stuck inside a one-day samsara. As for the truth, that's on you to find out. If you were told the truth instead of discovering it yourselves, it would literally blow your minds. I don't know how you'd be after that.
तो सुमेरु आए हुए तो हमें टाइम हो गया, सिर्फ इसी पर्टिकुलर डे पे क्यों अटके हुए हैं हम? सबजेरू जो भी फेस्टिवल है, इसी दिन पे क्यों अटके हुए हैं?
I can only give you surface level help, like bits of information and subtle hints. For the rest of the time, I'll be doing all I can to slow down Dunyarzad's illness.
ओ अच्छा, मे बी इसका रीज़न ये भी हो सकता है कि क्योंकि दुनियाज़ाद की जो इलनेस है वो रैपिडली बढ़ रही है, तो उसने उसको एक ही दिन में क्या कहते हैं लूप कर दिया। ताकि जब उसका टाइम ही आगे प्रोग्रेस नहीं होगा तो इलनेस प्रोग्रेस कहाँ से होगी, और उसके साथ साथ हम भी अटक गए.
She looks like she isn't doing well at all.
If we can break out of this samsara, I might be able to save her. But as things are right now, she's just a small bird in the sky that's about to lose its last feathers. All I can do is raise a gale to delay her fall.
You sure love to use weird analogies.
Analogies are wonderful tools. They let you use existing knowledge to understand unfamiliar things. Okay, so, with what you know so far, what do you think the truth is?
Alchemic divination results. When you enter the state of contemplation, you can choose any text entry to interpret it. This interpretation process involves analysis of the text entry and may yield new entries. Once interpreted, you may submit that text as a conclusion. Some text entries can be associated with one another. Once interpreted, select associate to choose the other text entry, then select trigger association. You can gain new text entries by performing accurate associations. अब यार ये मैथ कराने वाले गेम में हमसे. If one of the text entries on the current page can be used as a conclusion, then select that entry before choosing submit conclusion. Okay. Grant Sage's speech, the Sumeru Festival Samsara, abnormal mental fatigue, deja vu, alchemic divination results, the Grand Sage's speech. Okay. Interpret.
We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and the day of the festival seems to be in a perpetual samsara.
Associate with alchemic divination result.
I can't seem to cohesively piece everything together.
Okay. Abnormal mental fatigue.
I can't seem to cohesively piece everything.
Grand Sage's speech.
I can't.
No. Deja vu. Okay. Time loop.
That should be it. The
Okay.
flow of time is endlessly cycling within one single day.
एथर की जो वॉइस लाइंस हैं, पहली बार है कि इतना बोल रहा है भाई की इतनी जितना पिछले 5 मिनट में बोल गया ना, उतना ये पूरे गेम में नहीं बोला अब तक. Submit conclusion.
A time loop. You've given similarly wrong answers in the past. A pity.
ये टाइम लूप ही तो है, और है क्या?
Still the wrong answer? Paimon thought that made a lot.
A simple time loop can't explain some of the phenomena. You two are still missing a lot.
Dunyarzad.
The Sub-Zeru's festival is happening every day, but that doesn't mean we can waste an infinite amount of them. Hurry and find the truth before.
चलो दोबारा से करते contemplation.
Let's think about our current situation. To save Dunyarzad, we have to escape the samsara of the Sub-Zeru's festival. And to do that, we need to figure out what's happening. The Nahida rejected the idea of a time loop. Paimon's memories say that we've already done this many times, but let's go talk to people again.
Okay.
Hey there!
Hey, it's you guys again. Where...
He...
I see. Did you come back to buy something? I guarantee the freshness of my products. Huh? What brought this about? I hurried back from the...
To put it another way, if you really think about it, was yesterday truly yet?
What kind of philosophical nonsense is this? Didn't you know that no one dreams in Sumeru? Go somewhere else if you want to find someone to daydream with.
He actually has a point. Is this a dream? True. Anyway, if this all really were just a dream, we would have woken up a long time ago.
तो ये टाइम लूप नहीं है और ये ड्रीम नहीं है.
Oh, it's you two. Was my divination so accurate that you felt compelled to compliment me in person? Ooh, I knew it! I told you, the god's divination is highly accurate.
You're really excited about this, huh? That's exactly why we came back.
Help you better
So, you're admitting that you don't...
Anyway, what kind of situation did you get into? Huh? Hold on a second. I thought you guys just lost your wallet or fell for a scam.
Nope.
What you just said, are you serious? Does that kind of thing actually happen in real life?
हो रही है तभी तो तुझे बताया.
I knew you weren't going to believe it.
Marvelous. Truly marvelous. I believe you. Recall the interpretation of your divination. The moon, illusions, and lies. It really felt like an omen.
When you say it like that, the divination does sound like it's related to what's going on. Can you read any more into it?
I believe that the Archon's revelations are never more than vague hints. Anything more specific is beyond the reach of mere mortals.
और वो जो नाहिदा है वो भी हमें हिंट्स ही दे रही है. तो यार वही और कौन है और क्या?
The book only says, if you trust your instincts and overcome your fears, the sun will surely rise.
So that's how it is. Looks like fortune-telling is just fortune-telling. It's no good we haven't made any progress. Who else can we talk to? Paimon remembers that we tried talking to her a couple of times, but she always thinks we're playing pranks on her. You think she'll brush us off again? Yeah.
Yep.
If we tap into Dia's strong sense of responsibility as a mercenary, then she'll definitely... At this time of day,
चलो. ये तो इसके साथ ही खड़ी है.
I'm fine, my lady.
Perfect timing. Both of you...
Paimon, traveler, you came at just the right time. Listen, there was a dangerous Huh? You saw? Then why didn't you jump in earlier?
You want the traveler to take Dunyarzad somewhere to rest up while you check to see if there's still any kidnappers.
How did you know what I was going...
We need to say something convincing.
Okay. Dia's Claymore.
Dia sold her greatsword to raise additional funds. And then she was injured because she wasn't used to her new weapon.
Tell her, traveler!
I didn't tell anyone about that. Including Miss Dunyarzad. You...
Alright, so this is...
Please, अब believe कर भाई. तो horror game
Kinda
बनती
hard to
जा रही है.
believe what you just told me. First, let me make something clear. Most of us desert dwellers might not be the scholarly type, but we do...
She's quieter than usual. Uninterested in anything and really gloomy.
Yeah, she isn't the same as before, but her parents said that this is how she was like at first.
Huh?
I don't quite understand what you're all talking about. I'll go...
My lady, are you angry? All right, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt since you knew about my greatsword. Let's make...
अब देखते हैं क्या कहती है.
Nahida, we brought a friend. Are you busy?
I thought I told you that it won't help to bring anyone.
We just wanted her to see the real Dunyarzad.
The real Dunyarzad? Where and who are you talking to?
Huh?
I told you that you two are special. Other people can't see me or Miss Dunya's.
Oh.
Hold on. Over there. Is that?
अरे?
Wow, how perceptive. Does she have invisible antennae?
Miss Dunyarzad, she's lying down here, isn't she? How's she doing?
Her condition's really bad, and she's basically in a...
I can sense her aura. There are also lingering feelings of something like regret
She's
or
just
disappointment.
feeling her.
Do you believe us now? The Sub-Zero's festival has been repeating itself. So, you think the sages are behind this?
Yeah, they've always been against us. Wouldn't surprise me if they're using the Akasha to intentionally repeat the Sub-Zero's festival as a sick joke.
तो आकाशा से कैसे रिपीट हो सकता है?
You have a point. Aside from the Dendro Archon, the Academia's sages are the only ones in Sumeru who could pull off something like this. Maybe there's more to the Akasha than we know. Right. Didn't you awaken our memories using something that looked like a knowledge capsule?
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people.
A gnosis could do that? No wonder the Akasha is so magical.
So, this Nahida you...
She said, and Paimon quotes, the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power.
Compiles the wisdom of the entire populace and grants knowledge to the people. Wait. I get the grants knowledge part. That's what people have always used the Akasha for. But compiling the entire populace's wisdom? How does that work?
Did she mean that the sages enter new knowledge into the Akasha? Oh, yeah. That sounds about right. What do you think?
Okay. On the Akasha.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate, as it is the manifestation of the God of Wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace, and it grants knowledge to the people. Okay, Nahida said people in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. People in Sumeru... My mind feels exhausted, even though I haven't done... What's happening right now seems to have happened before. This feeling has been getting strong. Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power of a note... That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound right. I need to carefully think things through. People in Sumeru don't dream. What a strange phenomenon. That doesn't sound right.
You mean the Akasha is causing our mental fatigue? Huh. When the desert dwellers set off on their quest for knowledge, a sage once said, now compiling the entire country's knowledge. You think the Akasha pulled a 180 and is extracting information from us? Who knows? The Akasha can put knowledge into our heads, so who's to say that it can't also poke around in there? We don't know any specifics.
Sure.
What's the point of doing something like that?
भाई population control और क्या? और क्या करेगा कोई? It's population control. सीधी सी बात है. ये तो कोई ऐसी डिवाइस है जो दे दी है और जिसके बारे में हम सुनते नहीं रहते हैं कि they want to give a device जिससे दुनिया कंट्रोल में हो जाएगी. You can control people's head. A chip in the brain type of thing.
Just think about it. If you could combine the knowledge of every single person in Sumeru, then you can basically turn Sumeru City into a single massive brain.
Yeah.
This hive mind could make breakthroughs in problems that even the smartest geniuses can't crack.
An excellent deduction. And the analogy comparing Sumeru City to a massive brain? I love it.
In that case, we should take off our Akasha terminals right away. Maybe that'll solve this problem.
Yeah, I was only wearing this for show in the first place. Didn't expect the sages to cook up such a conspiracy. Mark my words, when this is over, I'm getting evidence and exposing this whole thing.
How does everyone feel? Huh? What is it? Oh, that! Paimon knows what you're talking about. It's a single soft beep that sounds like it's coming from the Akasha terminal.
The sound of a beep. Could it be a prompt tone for when the Akasha is operating?
That's probably an important clue. We weren't using our terminals, but we heard a beep anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Traveler, did you hear that?
I heard it too. Our ears aren't messing with us. There was definitely a beep, but it sounded like it was coming from inside my head.
लेकिन inside of the head से नहीं आ रही ना.
We took off our Akasha terminals.
Phase runtime has exceeded its expected length. At this rate, there may be casualties.
But we cannot lose all of our progress.
और दोबारा पहन लिया उसने.
Paimon remembers everything.
Good. You adapted quickly this time.
We definitely took off our Akasha terminals last night, but we still heard that beep. Why is that? But now we can at least confirm one thing. Oh, Paimon doesn't get it. Why would the Akasha go this far if all it wants is everybody's wisdom?
It's extremely difficult for lab rats in an experiment to understand why they're being treated the way they are.
If we're lab rats, then what are you? Nahida, you've never...
I guess I'm the moon.
The moon? Wasn't that the result?
Anyway, knowing who I am won't help you get closer to the truth, so you should focus on other things. Don't get distracted and miss any clues.
Okay then. Dia helped us a lot yesterday, so let's go find her. If Paimon's reading the time correctly, those kids...
अच्छा अपने आप ही. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. हाँ यार Shadow of the Tomb Raider खेलूँगा मैं. रखी हुई है. पर मुझे ना डाउट होता है कि मेरे लैपटॉप पे चल तो जाएगी आराम से, पर फिर मैं उससे स्ट्रीम कर पाऊँगा या नहीं.
Care of those kidnappers. My lady, did you get hurt? What's wrong? Why are you both gawking at me like that?
You didn't get hurt?
Huh? What do you mean this time? Why are you so surprised that I managed to get out unscathed? Those kids were amateurs. Shh! How did you know about my greatsword? I haven't told anyone.
So Dia's lost her memories after all.
Anything strange? You already know that I got a new greatsword. If I had, it's as if I've already used it to fight a countless number of battles.
हो जाएगी most likely. हाँ, मैंने ना Fortnite चलाई थी. अब Fortnite ज़्यादा heavy नहीं है, पर Fortnite चलाते हुए यही हुआ था. मैं stream कर रहा था, पर game की performance down हो गई.
You're saying that although you don't remember you...
That's right. Both mercenaries and warriors heavily rely on muscle memory.
Traveler, what do you think? level.
हाँ वही करना पड़ेगा, लो सेटिंग्स पे ही चलाऊँगा। सेटिंग्स मैंने उसकी भी लो कर दी थी फोर्टनाइट की, पर फिर भी कुछ तो इशू था यार। जब तक प्रॉपर पीसी नहीं होगा ना डेस्कटॉप वाला, जिसके सारे कंपोनेंट्स अपनी फुल पावर पे काम कर रहे होंगे, तब तक नहीं हो पाएगा मामला।
Oh, you're right. Earlier in the Samsara, something like this would have never happened.
I have no clue what you two are talking.
So you want us to take Dunyarzad somewhere else to rest?
How did you know what I was gonna say?
गेमिंग लैपटॉप ही है मेरा, पर ये होता है लैपटॉप का कंपोनेंट जो है पावर कम ड्रॉ करता है, ठीक है। और जो डेस्कटॉप जैसे कि 1650 GTX जो मेरे लैपटॉप के अंदर है, वो वाला कार्ड 1650 GTX जो फिजिकल कार्ड होगा उससे कम लेगा।
Aside from Dia not getting injured, everything seems to have stayed the same. Listen, Nahida, we found out that Dia got out just fine today, even though she got injured every other time she fought the kidnappers. Do you think the Samsara has been broken?
Really? Good job on all that progress.
Hey, what kind of...
Tomorrow will come. Everyone assumes this is common knowledge, but the only way you can know that for sure is if you experience tomorrow. How many todays has it been? Is it possible that today will be followed by yesterday? It's even possible that this entire world is a lie, and the history of the whole world has just been one endless Sub-Zero's festival.
हाँ ऑप्टिमाइज होते हैं, पर वही चीज़ है ना कि कुछ तो फ़र्क होगा ही होगा। अगर लैपटॉप के कंपोनेंट डेस्कटॉप के कंपोनेंट जितना ही परफॉर्म करने लगा, तो कोई फिर क्या कहते हैं डेस्कटॉप बनवाएगा ही क्यों? हाँ वही पूरा 100% यूज़ हो जाता है वो।
Okay, no more. Paimon's brain is already shut.
That's why it makes no sense to waste your energy thinking about things you will learn tomorrow. Get some good rest. You know, use the bathroom and flush your anxiety dookie away.
वाह।
Huh? People always say they feel a sense of relief after they take a duk-duk. That's why...
It's so strange and so against common sense that Paimon's at a loss for words. You were saying, yeah. Even though it's happy and lively at the Sub-Zero's festival every day, it feels like it's been a long time since we've really gotten to relax.
लैपटॉप जो है वो सेम पावर के हो ही नहीं सकते। प्रॉब्लम यही है ना। जैसे कि फॉर एग्जांपल मेरे लैपटॉप मैक्सिमम 150 वाट पावर खींचता है, ठीक है। उसका जो वो है क्या कहते हैं पावर ब्रिक है वो 150 वाट की है, तो मैक्सिमम इतनी पावर खींच सकता है। यही सारे कंपोनेंट जो इस लैपटॉप में लगे हुए हैं, अगर यही कंपोनेंट किसी डेस्कटॉप में होते तो कम से कम 650 वाट की उसमें SMP लगी होती। यही इशू है। इवन जो बहुत महंगे लैपटॉप आते हैं ना, उनमें भी मैक्सिमम 250 वाट बिजली होती है, और उस लैपटॉप की जो कन्फिग्रेशन है वो अगर डेस्कटॉप की कन्फिग्रेशन में होती तो उसमें कम से कम 850 वाट की SMP लगी होती, SMPS लगी होती। तो यही इशू है। तो उसने 3080 Ti इतना बड़ा कार्ड है, इतना बड़ा कार्ड, वो इतने पतले लैपटॉप में कैसे आ गया? क्योंकि उसको स्ट्रिप डाउन किया है ना, उसमें बहुत सारे कंपोनेंट हटाए हैं। वो पावर वो कार्ड जो है वो अपने डेस्कटॉप वर्जन से कम्पीट कर ही नहीं सकता। फिर से बीप।
Compared to what we stand to achieve, these sacrifices are trivial.
भाई सेमीकंडक्टर है, लेकिन एक बात बताओ, लेकिन एक चीज़ बताओ। हाँ वो समझ गया, लेकिन अगर किसी चीज़ को आप इतने बड़े से इतना कर सकते हो और उसकी परफॉर्मेंस को उतना ही रख रहे हो, तो फिर आप डेस्कटॉप में भी उतना ही लगा दो ना। हम इतने हैवी कार्ड्स क्यों बना रहे हैं? फिर तो डेस्कटॉप में भी लगा दो उस कार्ड को जो लैपटॉप में लग रहा है। वही चीज़ है ना।
Nahida, you already knew last night that we didn't break out of the Samsara? Why did you tell us?
Would there have been a point? You would have spent the night with new worries, with tomorrow still out of reach. In that case, you might as well rest within that brief moment of hope. An opportunity like that doesn't come by often, and I thought it might help you clear your minds.
जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल और देता हूँ, मेरा जो 1650 है उसकी जो TDP है, मतलब कि जो वो पावर खींच रहा है वो 65 वाट खींच रहा है। 1650 जो डेस्कटॉप का कार्ड आता है वो ज़्यादा खींचता है, और ज़्यादा पावर खींचेगा, ज़्यादा बेटर परफॉर्मेंस डिलीवर करेगा।
Paimon thought the Duke did that!
अभी मैंने एक लैपटॉप देखा था 84,000 का था
Looking out for us after all.
और वो MSI का था 84,000 के अंदर उसमें 12th जनरेशन का इंटेल प्रोसेसर था और RTX 3050 था उसके अंदर नहीं 3050 नहीं 3060 था। तो जब मैंने उसका रिव्यू देखा तब रिव्यू वाले ने भी ये बोला कि जो इसका 3060 है ये नॉर्मल 3060 कार्ड से कम पावर खींच रहा है, इसीलिए 3060 कार्ड जो अगर डेस्कटॉप में लगा होता है उससे कम परफॉर्मेंस देगा लैपटॉप ये। तो लेने को आप कह सकते हो मेरे पास 3060 वाला लैपटॉप है, लेकिन यू विल ऑलवेज बी बेटर ऑफ बाइंग अ डेस्कटॉप अगर गेमिंग और पावर की बात कर रहे हो तो।
Of course. In the time we've been together, you two have been everything to me.
Paimon's flattered and everything.
What I mean is, even though I had asked you to solve this, in other words, if you weren't here, I may as well not exist.
Nahira's talking about confusing stuff again.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. So, Traveler, did the new clues yesterday help you gain a new understanding of the situation?
गेमिंग के अंदर मैं समझ सकता हूँ कि नॉर्मल क्या कहते हैं डिफरेंसेस होते हैं, लेकिन जब आप स्ट्रीमिंग कर रहे होते हो ना, एक इतना पतला लैपटॉप जिसके अंदर एग्जॉस्ट के नाम पे तो इतने छोटे छोटे पंखे लगे हुए हैं, ठीक है, वो गर्म हो जाएगा, कंपोनेंट गर्म होगा तो उसकी परफॉर्मेंस डाउन होगी, वो थर्मल थ्रॉटल करेगा, ठीक है। वही कंपोनेंट अगर पीसी में लगा होता है जहाँ पे 120 मिलीमीटर के बड़े बड़े फ़ैन लगे हैं, वो और अच्छे से परफॉर्म करता। थर्मल भी तो कोई चीज़ होती है ना।
Why are you scrapping your previous theory? Oh, yeah, you're right. Gosh, how did we not notice?
So, what's your new hypothesis?
Okay.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night, even though we removed our Akasha terminals.
कहाँ रिमूव किया? पहना तो हुआ है।
Mercenaries rely heavily on muscle memory, and Dia was able to use her experiences to avoid injury in later samsara cycles. The moon, illusions, and lies. What do they all mean?
लेकिन उनके 2-3 फ़ैन होते कितने हैं? इतने से 40-40 mm के। वो फ़ैन उससे कंपेयर तब भी नहीं कर सकता ना पीसी के फ़ैन से। पीसी के अंदर लिक्विड कूलिंग है, बहुत सारी चीज़ें हैं ठंडा रखने के लिए, इतना बड़ा कैबिनेट है तो एयर फ्लो पूरा रहता है।
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha relies on the power. We've already experienced the Sub-Zeru's festival many times, and
Memories are deleted every day.
If all our memories of a day are erased at the end of that day, then we would unwittingly relive the same day again and again.
अच्छा, तो ये हो सकता है कि क्योंकि लोगों को याद ही नहीं है कि उन्होंने पिछले दिन वो फेस्टिवल मना लिया, वो डेली उस फेस्टिवल को मना रहे हैं जैसे कि वो पहले दिन ही मना रहे हो।
Oh, then the beep we hear every night could just be indicating. That's why when we wake up, everyone thinks the Sub-Zeru's festival hasn't happened yet. It's already the next day, but everyone still thinks it's the day before.
कितना इजी कंक्लूजन था। नो मिस्ट्री, बस वो मेमोरीज डिलीट कर रहे हैं। अगर मेरा बर्थडे कल था और मेरी मेमोरीज जो है बर्थडे मनाने का डिलीट कर दो, और तो मुझे तो ये लगेगा ना कि हाँ आज दोबारा है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे डेट का सिस्टम तो अब तक मुझे कोई लगा नहीं कि इस वर्ल्ड में कोई डेट का सिस्टम है कि कोई कैलेंडर देख रहा हो कि आज ये तारीख है वो तारीख है।
But muscle memory can't be erased. That's why Dia...
A brilliant deduction.
Nahida, tell us if we're right.
To put it simply, it's as if you've mistaken a pyro crystal fly for a firefly in the night. You lost sight of its true nature because you focused too much on your perception that it glows.
Makes sense.
That isn't simple at all.
Why don't you go talk to Miss Dia again? You might learn something new.
तो ये भी गलत था जो हमने बोला।
Right.
कमाल है यार।
She did help us find our latest clue after all. Let's go.
Sigh.
There you are. Really took me a while to find you.
As expected, Dia also didn't
Get hurt? Why would I?
Well, you're still getting used to your new grades.
Huh. Truth be told, I also think it's pretty strange. It just suddenly felt...
Traveler, could you explain the situation to her today? Paimon's gotten a... Oh, that works.
What happened to you guys while I was gone?
Don't think too hard about it. Just take what we're saying at face value.
All right then, let me get this straight. You're telling me that my body's already gotten used to the...
Yes, your memory's being erased.
And I'd have to disagree. That's it.
Oh? Why do you think that?
If we've actually been reliving the Sub-Zeru's festival day after day, then what happened to the things we used? The money we spent, the food we ate?
ये भी है.
Common sense says my wallet should have emptied itself a long time ago. There's no way I wouldn't have noticed.
Right. They could use the Akasha to record what everyone did that day, and then use the city's resources to replenish everything.
ये तो बड़ी क्या कहते हैं
It's not
troublesome
very
चीज़ है.
likely, but it's also not impossible.
Kind of impossible.
No, it is impossible.
Yeah?
I've got proof.
You have proof?
You two are surprisingly serious about this nonsensical... Come with me, Miss Dunyarzad. Please come along.
Paimon can't believe it's Dia who wants to show us something this time. 2 days ago, we were the ones taking her to see Dunyarzad.
This is it.
Huh? This is a wooden training dump.
See those marks on the dummy? Those are the result of several days' worth of practice. Let's say the sages didn't replace it every day. Shouldn't it be hacked to pieces by now?
That's true, but what if they did?
Then the sages would have had to reproduce every mark I left during previous training sessions.
ये भी है.
I'm a professional fighter. My martial school has always emphasized the importance of refined control. The force, angle, and entry point of each strike is calculated and deliberate. It's just as they say. Each swordsman has their own unique style, and even the same swordsman can't make the same cut twice. It would be impossible to copy these marks.
Is it really impossible? What if they use some
People often say that a camera's photo can never replace an artist's painting because the former has no spirit to it. The same thing applies here. At a mere glance, I can differentiate carved marks from the results of combat training. Whew, I hope that cleared things up for you. Hey, is this that new brain exercise game that's been super popular with the scholars? Anyway, it's getting late. I should escort Miss Dunyarzad to Nilu's stage. See you later.
Makes sense.
Well, back to square one. Is there... But at least we've reached some other conclusions in the Yep, that's true. So, can we think of any new ideas right now? Strange? Paimon feels like everything's been strange lately. Huh? Leaving the city?
हमने अब तक सोचा क्यों नहीं कि
You're right.
cities छोड़ने का.
It's really strange how we never thought of such a simple solution. Paimon can't believe it. Did we miss this because we're tunnel visioning too hard on our other theories? How about we go back and ask Nahida?
उससे पूछने की क्या जरूरत है? खुद ही छोड़ के देखो ना.
Nahida, we're back. You're back early today. Did you find... Sort of. We're mostly sure now that we're not in a time loop. And we also aren't in the real world. But at the same time, we have a new question.
Leaving the city. As far as I remember...
We did? But we don't remember anything.
Let me think. I don't think you ever actually told me what the outcome was.
अच्छा.
Oh, but you two sometimes stay out the entire night anyway, so at the time, I didn't think too much about it.
It is true that sometimes we lose track of time during our investigations. Before we know it, it'll already be the next day. But still,
Not really. That's kind of strange. In theory, I should have...
Yep. Something here is definitely fishy. Let's...
फिर से. Again.
Our memories are back! About that...
Traveler, aside from your memories that were just restored, I have another mess. Listen to it and you'll...
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sub-Zeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them.
Oh.
Traveler, you should be missing 2 days' worth of memories. Paimon will fill you in. It's time to carry out our plan from yesterday. Okay, let's go.
तो कुछ ज़्यादा ही crazy होता जा रहा है. मेमोरी के अंदर ही. Head to the city gate and find a way out. ये भी हमने अब तक ऑन नहीं किया. चलो इसे भी ऑन कर लेते हैं.
Why can't we leave the city? What is the academy?
Don't ask me. It's not like I can tell you anything. This is a direct order from the Grand Sage.
I have a real emergency. My goods have already arrived at...
That's your problem. Make sure you make a request in advance.
But it's not like you can just predict business matters in advance.
It looks like the Academia already announced a lockdown for... Let's go and question them. Hello, sir. Why can't we leave...
Here we go again. We just received an order that no one is allowed to enter or exit Sumeru today. They didn't tell us anything else. Angering me won't get you anywhere. If I had that kind of insider info, I would have left this stupid post.
It looks like he really doesn't know. If we can't get anything out of him, let's take matters into our own hands. Why don't we... This is a good spot. And the guard... Huh? Why? Are you going to leave Paimon behind? But... What if things get really weird out?
Paimon ने इसे बड़ी help की है
knows
ना.
that Paimon can't do much, but... We've always been together. Okay. Promise Paimon that you'll come back and please... Memories! Traveler!
अरे ये तो पहली बार गले लगी है.
Paimon would never see you again. Paimon waited for you for hours and hours at the city wall and you never came back. You promised
Paimon, calm down. He's here now.
Paimon doesn't care. Paimon wanted to go look for you, but you also said that Paimon should stay. Paimon was so worried and so scared the entire day. Okay. Paimon will forgive you.
Okay. Paimon, can you tell us your perspective of what really happened? I see.
Using two... After that, you left the city. Paimon kept her eyes on you the whole time, but then you... disappeared in an instant. No way! Paimon was...
What's your perspective, Traveler? You sure you don't have any memory of this? I guess that explains everything. You also lost your memories the last 2 times you tried to leave the city. Those days' memories.
So, if we leave the city, our memories will be completely erased? It really sounds like something big outside of the city is being hidden on purpose. But this way, we'll also never discover what's outside. Something like a message?
But how could... Don't look at me like that. I'm not used to being stared... Well... Okay. You want...
Yep, now we're...
Okay. ये तो बेचारी मुंह फेर के सो रही है.
I'm done. Here you go.
What? Isn't this just an Akasha terminal?
You made some little changes. Akasha terminals are already capable of sending messages.
To make something like this? Nahida, you really know the Akasha?
Yep. I'll help you save the messages. It should be pretty easy to use. I just can't guarantee the user's status and signal coverage when they're outside this.
We'll never know until we try. At least we're taking the initiative now.
Yep.
Let's go then. Let's expose those sages. All right. Paimon isn't as worried. Okay. That covers everything that's happened so far.
Yes. Although the signal was choppy and had some interference, we still managed to receive 2 messages from you when you were outside.
अच्छा, तो ये बाहर गया और इसको बाहर जाके पता चला कि बाकी का जो एरिया है वो भी अपने आप में एक अलग डायमेंशन है.
Okay, now that you understand what's going on,
Can't go back. There are countless spaces here. Our Sumeru's festival in Sumeru City is just one of them. I've entered another space. Before me are flowing sandstone and howling fish. Impossible and surreal sights. All these spaces are empty except for the occasional ones that contain mute puppets rather than people.
Okay.
I can't sense any human presence.
That's one heck of an info dump. It sounds like you left the Sumeru city, but everything looked completely normal when Paimon was looking out from the inside. That's unbelievable.
There's another part here. We only received it last night.
These spaces have been disappearing one after the other, absorbed by something like a sun in the sky. And now, even the final space has also disappeared. Behind me, a lot of spaces just appeared again from thin air. I get it now. Those spaces are actually...
Why did the message end right there?
मैंने तो ऐसे बोला जैसे मुझे सब समझ में आ गया हो.
What are those?
Probably because yesterday just happened to end at that moment.
Oh, right. Paimon did hear a beep from the Akasha. Did it come?
The message. It should have come from the Traveler's Akasha terminal.
After the beep, Traveler said even the final spaces also disappeared.
Traveler, what do you think that final space could have been?
My impression is that each day in this samsara only ends at the sound of that beep from the Akasha. Was that space actually the real world? But wouldn't a real space just randomly disappearing like that be catastrophic? All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common: a lack of human presence.
Oh, so that's what it is! After the sound of the beep, the final space, the Sub-Zero's festival, also disappears, and we're taken to the next day. Later on, Traveler also mentioned a bunch of new spaces materializing behind them. Do lots of new spaces appear every day?
दिखने से लग रहा है कि साइकिल चल रही है. ये गायब होता जा रहा है. ऐसे.
Paimon's head is spinning. Just
Just
what
like
are
the
these
spaces.
anyhow?
Well, consider this. For all the horrors of the Archon War, at its heart, it was just a game where a bunch of gods fought over 7 seats. So no matter how strange or spooky things may look on the surface, maybe all they point to in the end is a small and simple secret.
Wow, the Archon War, huh? That's an analogy and a half. Hey, where are you?
Okay. Organize your thoughts on the familiar bench in the city. जहाँ पे दुनियाज़ाद बैठी थी. किसी से बात करके देखते हैं. ये सब तो नॉर्मली बात कर रहे हैं. सब
Do you
नॉर्मल
want
बात
some
कर रहे हैं.
alone time to think? All right then.
पूरा दिन सोचने में निकाल देगा. वाह भाई, सुबह से शाम कर दी सोचते सोचते.
The dance of Sub-Zeros is about to begin. I'm going to go watch it.
Okay. Why don't you go?
Okay then. See you later.
कितनी थकी हुई लग रही है बेचारी.
Have you figured it out yet, Traveler? Time is ticking. Awesome! What is it? Paimon wants to know. Oh, wait, no. Let's meet up with Nick.
वाह. बेसिकली ये पूरी की पूरी जो आर्कन क्वेस्ट है, ये वाला जो पार्ट है, इसमें कुछ नहीं है. इसमें सिर्फ मेंटल जिम्नास्टिक्स हैं और इनके पास अब कोई ना तो लड़ने के लिए कुछ ना कुछ है, तो इसको बेचारे को भगाते रहते हैं इधर से उधर. तो यहाँ से वहाँ, वहाँ से यहाँ. यही क्वेस्ट है. दौड़ के इधर जाओ, दौड़ के उधर जाओ. यहाँ से बेंच वेंच का गायब हो गए. अच्छा, वाह.
You're back. I've been waiting forever for you two. Are you ready to take your Sub-Zero's exam and graduate from the festival? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Nahida said the Akasha. We've already experienced the Sub-Zero's festival many times. All the bizarre spaces I saw outside the city had one thing in common. Those spaces remind me of dreams, like the one I had in the Avidia Forest, except these have no sign of human presence. That doesn't sound right. I need... The moon, illusions. That doesn't sound right. People in Sumeru don't dream.
Okay, they don't dream. Dreams with no human presence.
We are all in a dream. It isn't that the people of Sumeru don't dream. Rather, the Akasha is taking their dreams from them.
Okay.
People in Sumeru think they don't dream, but the truth is the Akasha steals their dreams without them knowing it. And those spaces with no human presence are stolen dreams without their host. That would explain why they sounded so weird when he was trying to describe them. Huh. So people in Sumeru do dream after all. In fact, we're all in one big dream together right now.
सपना देख रहे हैं, वाह क्या बात है.
Correct answer. Now, how did you conclude that the Akasha is capable of this?
वही. Okay, Akasha's operation requires a gnosis. Akasha is a manifestation of the god of wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of entire population and it grants knowledge to the people. एक मिनट.
The Akasha relies on the power of a gnosis to operate. It is the manifestation of the god of wisdom's power. It compiles the wisdom of the entire populace. And it grants knowledge to the people.
That doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound...
Oh, okay. Those dream-controlling creatures in the forest also get their power from the Dendro Archon, right? That would explain why the Akasha has the ability to control people's dreams, too. But is stealing everyone's dreams really how the Akasha
Dreams are fantastical, complex, and full of imagination. People's brains are the most active when they're dreaming. In other words, dreams are rich bundles of human wisdom.
So in other words, the complete opposite of how Hypatia understood it. Karma remembers her saying that the sages think dreams are foolish delusions, and the fact that no one dreams is a blessing from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. The real story is that the sages from the academia are using the Akasha to steal people's dreams for their own use, huh?
Anil GT just subscribe. Thank you Anil भाई subscribe करने के लिए.
Oh? By the sounds of it, you understand the current situation pretty well. So then, what about the samsara?
Okay, samsara. Akasha sound, the appearance and disappearance of spaces, the Grand Sage's speech. यहाँ से करते हैं.
The Grand Sage said, "Go celebrate the birth of that god to your heart's content." Did he mean something more?
Archon Quest, हाँ यार Archon Quest चल रही है. Archon is playing Archon Quest.
That doesn't sound right. Those spaces kept disappearing before my eyes. But as soon as that beep sounded, many more spaces materialized. Those dreamscapes kept vanishing. But as soon as that beep sounded, more new spaces appeared.
Okay, appearance and disappearance of dreams.
The beep is a prompt tone for Akasha operations. We still hear it every night.
Mass production of dreams.
Correct. The Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream.
Akasha is keeping each person's brain in a constant dream state, but also separating their consciousness from their own dream. Okay.
Their disembodied consciousness is placed inside the collective dream of the Sub-Zero's festival along with everyone else's, while their now vacant dreams are harvested by the Akasha.
Acha.
No one is any the wiser as another day passes in the dream, and so begins another samsara cycle. People wake up to yet another dream about the Sub-Zero's festival. The dreams that belong to them are once again harvested by the Akasha, and so it continues.
बस एक ही चीज़ समझ नहीं आ रही कि स्टार्टिंग से ही हम यहाँ पर हैं. सब-ज़ेरोज़ फेस्टिवल तो अभी शुरू हुआ है, तो उसी दिन उन्होंने स्टार्ट किया ड्रीम्स हार्वेस्ट करना है. पहले से करते आ रहे थे, और पहले से करते आ रहे थे तो स्टार्टिंग से ही क्यों नहीं ये सब चल रहा?
So, this is like a dream factory, and the Akasha is a dream harvesting machine. Did Paimon get that analogy right?
तो मतलब कि अगर इस टाइम कोई सुमेरु के अंदर आए, सुमेरु सिटी के अंदर, तो सब लोग सोते हुए मिलेंगे, क्योंकि सब लोग सो रहे हैं तभी तो रिपीट हो रहा है ना, अगर ये ड्रीम के अंदर है तो.
Very good, Paimon. Using analogies well is an excellent habit to get into.
Okay, so that beep we keep hearing is actually from our real-life Akasha terminals. Taking off our terminals in this dream doesn't do anything.
All right, last question. Who am I?
They say that alchemical divination is the Dendro Archon's divine revelation. So then, if Nahida has referred to herself as the moon... Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions a hint that we're all dreaming? Now that I think about it, wasn't illusions hinting at the sage's deception of Sumeru's people? That doesn't sound right.
So you noticed.
No one can enter, no one can get out. हाँ, ये तो पता चला कि ये ना तो जहाँ बाहर जा पा रहे हैं, ना बाहर से किसी को अंदर आने दिया जा रहा है. लेकिन कौन रोक रहा है? जो गार्ड वहाँ पे खड़ा था गेट के ऊपर, क्या वो ड्रीम नहीं कर रहा? और अगर वो ड्रीम नहीं कर रहा तो उसको भी तो सब लोग सोते हुए नजर आने चाहिए ना. यही चीज़ समझ में नहीं आ रही.
I thought that one would be the hardest question.
That wasn't hard at all. Even Paimon guessed that. Now that you mention it, Nahida, you've been... It's funny. Thinking back to when we were asking all over the place for info about Lesser Lord Kusanali, Paimon didn't expect to meet you like this.
वही तो यही चीज़ समझ नहीं आ रही कि कोई बाहर नहीं जा सकता, कोई अंदर नहीं आ सकता. चलो इतना समझ में आया कि ठीक है, लेकिन गेट को गार्ड कौन कर रहा है? जो भी इंसान गार्ड कर रहा है गेट को, जो अंदर बाहर जाने से रोक रहा है, ठीक है, वो जगा हुआ है, ये वो भी सो रहा है. और अगर सब लोग सो रहे हैं, इसका मतलब कि गेट को कोई गार्ड नहीं कर रहा, तो कोई भी तो अंदर आ सकता है ना सुमेरु सिटी के अंदर. और कोई भी अगर सुमेरु सिटी के अंदर आ रहा है तो उसको सब लोग सोते हुए नजर आएंगे, क्योंकि अगर ये मास ड्रीम है तो थोड़ा सा अजीब सा है.
Yes, those can wait. And on the other hand, I'd be happy to answer any more questions you have about here and now. You asked me this question before. My answer was, now that you know this is all a dream, this answer should hopefully make more sense.
They're being controlled by guards. मैं एक्चुअली वही मैं चीज़ जानना चाह रहा हूँ कि या तो गार्ड जो हैं एकेडमिया से मिले हुए हैं, उनको पता है कि किसी को नहीं आना. एवरीवन इज स्लीपिंग, एवरीवन इज वेकिंग अप. ये क्या आंसर हुआ? चलो कोई नहीं, बस अभी ख़त्म हो जाएगा, मैं खुद ही पता चल जाएगा मुझे.
Have you heard the saying, don't wake a sleepwalker? Likewise, if someone suddenly had told you all this instead of you learning it on your own, your notion of reality and dream would be thrown into irreversible confusion. I couldn't expose you to that kind of risk. That's why I could only give you very subtle hints and some suggestions. Long story short, I'm really sorry I had to keep you guessing. Firstly, this dream we're in is completely based on reality. People have already experienced this Sumeru's festival, so it would be very difficult for them to find anything that strikes them as surreal. Secondly, you're probably wondering why people don't have any memories from earlier samsara, right? That's because people don't remember their dreams most of the time anyway. And in any case, their actual dreams are being taken away from them by the Akasha.
ओके, पुराने ड्रीम्स याद नहीं रहते और नए ड्रीम्स लिए जा रहे हैं.
So whenever they wake up in this dream of the Sumeru's festival, they don't remember anything from their previous identical dream.
That reminds Paimon. Traveler had a dream when we were in the Avidia forest, but couldn't see what it was about after waking up. Is that an example of what...
Yes. Only after receiving the blessing of Dendro can a person gain the Dendro element's dream-enhancing power. That explains the feelings of déjà vu. Meanwhile, everyone else has no idea that they are in the Sumeru's festival samsara, while their dreams are stolen from them over and over again.
really keep dreaming forever like this? Will it ever end?
You might say your mental fatigue has already answered this question. Eventually, there's only so much that people can tolerate, especially those whose health is compromised to begin with, like Dunyarzad. This relentless exploitation takes an even harder toll on them.
People's lives are at stake here, and nobody knows a thing! We've got to put a stop to this!
I know, right? Why did they have to base this dream on my birthday? Could it really just be a coincidence?
Even you don't know the reason? Wow, now that's strange.
Deja vu, I have been in this place before.
The Academia sages are determined to harvest lots of dreams in a short time, no matter the cost. They have to be up to no good. Unfortunately, I don't know anything about it. Traveler, do you have any information?
हम तो खुद तुमसे पूछ रहे हैं मैडम. Okay.
The Grand Sage said,
Celebrate the birth of that god? Could it mean...
दोबारा से.
Deceiving the people of Sumeru with no regard for their safety. No matter what they're trying to do, this is unforgivable.
हाँ तो अब क्या करने वाले हो? आप तो आर्कॉन हो ना?
After we end the Sub-Zero's festival Samsara, we have to look into them.
How can the sages of the Academia do this behind their Archon's back? This is ridiculous!
In the end, I'm just the moon. The real sun is long gone.
Oh, so she's talking about जो पुराने वाली आर्कॉन थी.
A sun and a moon? Nahida's...
ये दिन भी एंड हुआ.
Oh, we're out of time?
I'll tell you how to break free of the Samsara tomorrow.
Okay.
Good morning, Nahida. Wait. Now that Paimon remembers everything, should we instead say good morning, Lesser Lord Kusanali? Hey, what's wrong, Nahida? You don't...
I'm afraid that what you're thinking right now is correct.
What?
Did Dunyarzad already disappear? No way. Are we too late?
क्या बात कर रहे हैं यार?
The real Dunyarzad's consciousness has indeed disappeared. It can no longer endure the constant dream harvesting.
यार गेंशिन इम्पैक्ट की स्टोरी तो बहुत डार्क होती जा रही है.
Paimon can't believe it. Wait, so what about that other...
She's actually something like a puppet, but not completely. The real Dunyarzad's consciousness could no longer keep playing her role in this dream.
Fuck.
So another Dunyarzad appeared to replace her in the dream. Just like the grass and the trees, that Dunyarzad is just a building block of the dream that helps to keep it going.
असली वाली मर गई.
But personality-wise, she's nothing like the real Dunyarzad.
Puppets are stiff and can't copy a living person's vitality. After all, they're just there as filler.
So sad यार. मतलब
You know, speaking of which, the old Dunyarzad might not have been too different from a puppet.
Dunyarzad truly believed that she met you within her consciousness, and it was you who inspired her. So you do remember her after all.
Yes. Back then, her family was overly protective of her. No one cared about her personality or thoughts.
अरे यार ऐसे कैसे यार? उसको थोड़ा सा और स्टोरी में आना चाहिए था. ऐसे कैसे गई वो? Shit.
I just gave her a little wisdom so she could look at life in a new way. So that she could be her own person. But even so, she's still far from it. I'm still a long way off from being a real Archon. I couldn't even save her. If I were a competent Archon, I wouldn't have let my most faithful follower die at the Sub-Zero's festival with so many regrets.
वैसे एक बात है, पहली बार किसी एक्टिव प्लेयर के लिए मतलब किसी एक्टिव कैरेक्टर के लिए डाई वर्ड का यूज़ हुआ है. जब टेपे मरा था संगोनोमिया वातात्सुमी आइलैंड पे, तब भी डाई वर्ड का यूज़ नहीं हुआ था. बस ऐसा इम्प्लाई किया गया था कि ओके ही वॉज ओल्ड एंड ही डाइड. लेकिन पहली बार किसी के लिए डाई वर्ड यूज़ किया है इन्होंने कि एक NPC जो इम्पोर्टेंट NPC था वो मर गया.
Please don't beat yourself up over it, Nahida. It's the sage.
I'm not beating myself up. All I did was to rationally observe the distance between myself and a real Archon.
Don't be like that, Nahida. Even real Archons are still allowed to be sad.
But they're rarely sad.
To prevent more tragedies like this, we must
Great, but
although the Sub-Zero's festival dream is under the Akasha's control, only humans can dream. That means this dream belongs to a host who created it.
ओह, तो हम किसी एक बंदे के ड्रीम में हैं, किसी एक इंसान के ड्रीम के अंदर हैं.
Huh? So, well, if this is someone's dream, then everything here must come from deep within their which means, with the power of imagination, they can change anything in this
imagination.
Imagination means breaking through what you perceive as normal. Like when the server at a tavern brings a plate to you, you'd naturally assume that food is on it. However, if you're the dream's host and you become aware that the dream will respond in kind. And the server, but right now, our host is unaware that this is a dream. No matter how many times they're served, find some way to make that person realize that they're dreaming. Usually, once that happens, the person...
How are we going to find them, though? If it could be anyone,
Yes.
it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
बट फिर भी मुझे अब तक ये चीज़ समझ नहीं आया कि एक बंदे के ड्रीम में सारे लोग कैसे हैं. अब तक अगर इवन इफ़ दैट्स द केस कि भाई एक बंदा है, उसी का ड्रीम चल रहा है और सब लोग उसी के ड्रीम के अंदर हैं, तो उन्होंने कैसे मैनेज किया एक ही बंदे के ड्रीम में पूरे सुमेरु सिटी को घुसाने का.
And even if we did find them, how are we supposed to make them realize they're... After all, like you said, don't wake up...
It's extremely difficult, yes. But the only ones who can do it are you two. Remember, as for me, during this time, I'll be out of town.
अरे वो तो मुझे पता चल गया कि थ्रू द आकाशा किया है, कि आकाशा इज़ द डिवाइस, उस डिवाइस के थ्रू किया है. ठीक है, लेकिन चलो अभी देखते हैं, आगे हो सकता है आगे और आंसर्स क्लियर हो जाएं धीरे धीरे.
Out of town? Are you going to that place full of dreams where the traveler went?
Yes. I want to try something. Hurry and go. Dreams are supposed to be fantastical, romantic, and full of pleasant surprises.
Paimon's still a little upset that we've come this far
Same
only
here,
for
same here.
Dunyarzad to... She
Same
was
here.
such a good person, with such a simple wish. But yeah, saving Dunyarzad is what kept... But we mustn't lose hope, Traveler. Dunyarzad would definitely want to see us save everyone else. So let's break the samsara for her sake.
ये यूजुअली ना हिंट होता है कि अब गेम धीरे धीरे डार्क होती जाएगी और डार्क होती जाएगी.
Paimon's wondering, do you think the sages would get one of their own to be the host of this stream? Feels like it would be easier to control it that way, no? Huh. That's true. Plus, the sages probably weren't... So, who do you think the host of the dream is? Oh, that would make sense. Ferris, the Knight of Flowers, is... Let's go ask him some...
Oh. आकाशा वेरी पावरफुल. ठीक है, होगा पावरफुल. मेरे कहने का मतलब सिर्फ इतना है कि अगर एक बंदा जैसे सोया, उसके ड्रीम को इन्होंने कैप्चर कर लिया आकाशा के थ्रू, और बाकी पूरी सुमेरु सिटी के को उसके ड्रीम में ले आए और अब उसे रिपीट कर रहे हैं डे बाय डे, तो इसका मतलब एक्चुअली में पूरी की पूरी सुमेरु सिटी जो है वो सो रही है ना. और इस केस में अगर कोई भी इंसान बाहर से अंदर आता है तो उसको सब लोग सोते हुए नजर आएंगे. मैं बस ये कह रहा हूँ. कोई भी बंदा जैसे कि वैसे तो गार्ड खड़े हैं, गार्ड अंदर आने नहीं देंगे, लेकिन एक बार बंदा अंदर आ गया तो वो ही देखेगा ना भाई ये क्या हो रहा है, तो सब लोग सो रहे हैं. नो पता नहीं ब्रो.
You're back. You left in a hurry last time. Is everything okay?
Everything's fine. Just, it's a little hard to explain.
An experiment? That came out of nowhere.
Could you make a wish?
You want me to make a wish? Is that a new Sub-Zero's festival tradition or something?
Less questions, more wishing!
Okay. My wish. Okay. I'm a little nervous saying this out loud, but I want Miss Dunyarzad to be happy.
भाई गई वो भूल जाओ उसे क्यों दिल पे छुरियां चला रहा है हमारे
I noticed earlier that she looked a bit down, and she wasn't really talking to anyone. She just doesn't seem like herself. She's always so gentle and kind, and all the kids love her.
No one is sleeping. They are waking up, enjoying another day of the Sub-Zero festival. यार अभी दया ने यही तो बात बोली कि सपोज कि कोई इंसान जो है वो डेली उठ रहा है और डेली क्योंकि उसको ये याद नहीं रहा कि कल सब-ज़ीरो फेस्टिवल था, वो आज दोबारा उसे सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है, तो जो एक्चुअल में चीज़ें हैं जो यूटिलाइज़ हो रही हैं वो भी तो ख़त्म हो जाएंगी ना. मैं आज सब-ज़ीरो फेस्टिवल गया, मैंने वहाँ पे बहुत सारा मोरा खर्च किया और चीज़ें खरीद ली, तो मेरे पास तो मोरा कम हो गया. अब मैं जब अगले दिन उठूँगा तो भले ही मैं ये भूल चुका हूँ कि कल सब-ज़ीरो फेस्टिवल था, पर मुझे इतना तो पता होगा ना मेरे पास आज मोरा नहीं है. तो है तो ये सब ड्रीम ही, कोई भी उठ नहीं रहा है, सब लोग ड्रीम के अंदर ही उसको रिपीट कर रहे हैं बार बार.
I've also wondered if the reason she asked me to be fairest Knight of Flowers is because I'm special to her or something.
So, you have a crush on Dunyarzad?
Oh, is it that obvious? After what I just said, I guess it is. When she placed the hat of the Knight of Flowers onto my head, she said to me, I want everyone to have a happy Sub-Zero's festival. What she didn't realize was that I'm not that interested in how everyone else feels. In that moment, I just wanted to be her Knight of Flowers for the rest of my life. 50 years? 100 years?
Bro.
Okay, yeah, that was a bit much. Felt like the right moment to get it off my chest, but okay. I'm ready to make my wish. I would like Miss Dunyarzad to appear in front of me right now with a smile on her face. Here goes.
Please come true.
I'm gonna open my eye. Oh! You're...
What?
Faki? Sorry, but only one portion of Yalda candies per person. Back home you go. Nice try, you two. Anyway, never mind.
Guess he isn't the host of this dream after all. Should have expected it wouldn't be this easy.
ये तो नहीं.
It seems like everyone who knows Dunyarzad loves her.
My lady, step back.
That sounds like Dia! Oh, right. This is when Dunyarzad bumps into the kidnap... Huh? But Dia can handle them. Hey, traveler!
Oh, finally. किसी से लड़ने का मौका मिलेगा. Please, please let me.
Let's go.
अबे यार मुझे लड़ने को मिलेगा.
Oh, it's you. Great timing. Please take... Hey, this is my job. The homie Yannis pay me, not you. You... Fine, all right. Knock yourself out. Are you... Anyway, watch yourself.
प्लीज लड़ने तो बहुत टाइम हो गया. पूरी आर्कन क्वेस्ट निकल गई बिना किसी पे हाथ उठाए.
A new punch.
Can't handle your dream.
Try to keep up.
Bye bye.
That's close enough.
अबे कौन रह गया? इतने सारे बच्चे हैं.
anger out on those guys?
Yes.
You and Nahida both. Dunyarzad would. Oh, and speaking of her, Paimon just remembered something. Remember how during the first Sub-Zero's festival, before the Samsara started, we came here with Dunyarzad because she wanted to pick something up? She said it was because she had forgotten something. Okay, so Paimon's memory is working so far. Anyway, Paimon also remembers that she is staying somewhere around here. She pointed it out to us the night before the Sub-Zero. Yeah, even if it's only a tiny clue, it'll probably still...
Of course. BP Claymore.
This is the place. It's rude to enter a...
मैंने 2 बार वो लिया था.
Hey, the windows
क्या कहते हैं,
are
बैटल पास 2
unlocked.
बार लिया है, बहुत टाइम पहले. अब उसके बाद नहीं लिया.
Paimon's gonna take a peek inside. This was only a temporary residence, so there... Should we open it?
Oh. After almost 16 days, I was finally able to get these notes written before the Sub-Zero's festival. Once the festival ends, you and Paimon will probably continue your journey immediately, so I was hoping that I'd be able to give this to you before that. This is a compilation of folk legends concerning Lesser Lord Kusanali, created from a series of interviews that I conducted in succession and wrote down. Okay. What is your adventure rank? 55. I interviewed so many people, but I'm afraid that there are very few who know much about her. Still, I hope that this will be of use to you in your search for her. Gandharvaville's water supply was once contaminated, forcing everyone to go very far out to get water. But one day people suddenly found that the water was drinkable again. And some said that a green light was seen near the water source the previous night. Everyone believes that this was the divine power of Lesser Lord Kusanali at work. This sounds quite possible. The decontamination of water sources via natural means probably takes ages. Did Lesser Lord Kusanali appear in Gandharville then? After Mama passed away, I was super afraid of the dark and couldn't sleep. But from one day on, I would hear a voice that would chat with me till I fell asleep. A nice lady told me that Lesser Lord Kusanali must have been watching over me. Poor child. I hope that the Sub-Zero's festival makes him a little happier. This was quite similar to something I experienced back then as well. She is indeed a gentle god. There was this one time when I had a wee bit too much to drink and couldn't find my way home to save my life. Then, when I turned a corner, I could have sworn I saw Lesser Lord Kusanali. She was very tall and had the most muscular arms. Okay. And she caught me when I slipped and fell. The next morning, I found myself sleeping under a tree. I reckon that must have been her looking out for me. I'm not sure this one has that much value as a reference. That was probably just a tree, right? These folk records are pended with Dunyarzad's references and opinions. Leave every page tensely packed. Okay.
Wow. Dunyarzad wrote all of this. Sounds like she was always thinking of us even while we were away. Even though she was also busy preparing for the Sub-Zero's festival and had all her health problems to worry about. She must have wanted to give this to us as a gift on the day of the Sub-Zero's festival, right? If we hadn't found this book, we never would have known. But now that we know, we can't even thank her.
मेरे पास वुल्फ्स ग्रेवस्टोन भी है जो मेरे रेजर के पास है.
Hey, where are you off to now?
कहाँ गया रेजर? here. C1. अरे मैं गलत जा रहा हूँ. Oh. Come on, kuch, give me some answers.
It's Dunyarzad's puppet. traveler. You must be exhausted. Come to think of it, we've been stuck in this place for a really, really long time. Heck, even the last time we were chatting happily with Dunyarzad feels like an eternity ago.
बहुत सारी क्वेस्ट ऐसी आ रही है गेंशिन के अंदर जो टाइम बेस्ड है कि बंदा कोई टाइम लूप में अटका हुआ है, कोई किसी डायमेंशन में अटका हुआ है. अभी पीछे काज में भी जो लास्ट थी जिसमें शाओ वाली जो क्वेस्ट थी उसमें भी यही था.
Paimon still remembers when we were sitting here, and the way her eyes sparkled when she talked about Nilu's dance of Sub-Zerus.
There will always be frustrations in life, but I know that the point of living is not to leave behind any regrets.
That was what the real Dunyarzad said, wasn't it? Does that mean...
Yes, traveler.
Oh, so she's still just a puppet. But just now, what? Where are we going this time?
और पॉसिबली उस ग्रैंड सीयर के पिछवाड़े में अपनी बीपी वेपन देने का मन कर रहा है. Oops.
If you continue to resist, we will have to order an The Grand Sage has already granted you much leniency.
Oh. Traveler?
Traveler?
Traveler? What the heck are you doing? If you get arrested by the Academia, that... Wait, they're not reacting. Have they been scared? Oh, of course. If this is the Sage's plan, they wouldn't put themselves through this.
ओह, तो ये एकेडेमिया का नहीं है. तो एकेडेमिया वाले खुद नहीं कर रहे.
Just substitutes.
What is this? What happened to the Grand Sage and his entourage?
Like I said, they symbolize the goddess of flowers. It's just a shame that all the real Padisaras went extinct after her death.
और मैंने अभी 2 पाडिसारास उठाए हैं.
Yes. The Greater Lord brought forth new Padisaras in memory of the goddess of flowers. But she ultimately could never...
That beautiful shade of purple. Aren't these flowers real Padisaras?
But didn't you just say all the real flowers went extinct after the god?
Yeah. What's going on? Huh?
ओह, तो नीलू है जो एक्चुअल स्टोरी है.
You guys are acting weird.
Hey! They disappeared! So Nilu's the host. What is the plan? Purple Padisaras don't exist in the real world anymore. But in Nilu's subconscious, they can appear as decorations on the stage. It's just like the example Nahida told us. People assume there will be food, so when you saw the flowers, you instantly knew it was... But if we want to end the samsara, we need the... How should we make Nilu realize that?
उसके सामने बातें कर रहे हो तुम.
Am I dreaming?
देखा सुन लिया उसने.
So I'm right. Is this Lesser Lord Kusanali responding to our celebration of the Sub-Zerus festival?
Wrong guess, but you aren't completely wrong either. The point is, what made you think this is a dream? As far as you know, people in Sumeru don't dream, right?
Yeah, but have you heard the tale of the first sage? To prevent a calamity, he went on a journey to find the Dendro Archon.
Ooh, sounds familiar. Dunyarzad told us a story like that when we first arrived in Sumeru City. So it was about the first sage.
Yep, but in the part you heard, he hadn't become the first sage yet. There's more to the story. His piety and wisdom were acknowledged by the Dendro Archon, and she finally gave her blessing to him. All kinds of spectacular scenes appeared in front of the first sage, as if all the knowledge in the world was being painted onto a canvas right before him. He was captivated. After who knows how long, he mastered all the knowledge he could comprehend. Afterward, he said to the Dendro Archon, "I miss my parents, my wife, and my children. I've been away from home for far too long. They must be worried." The Dendro Archon smiled. The next second, the sage found himself lying in his bed, as if he had just woken up from a dream. His wife, lying next to him, said, "You're off to search for the Dendro Archon today, aren't you? Have a safe journey, my love." In the end, the first sage took care of many disasters in Sumeru City and founded the Academia.
So, the first sage was dreaming ever since the beginning of the story? He never went on his journey?
Yes, but his faith and determination were conveyed to the Dendro Archon, so she blessed him in the form of a dream.
Paimon understands where you're coming from now. That's a really interesting connection. But we really gotta wake up soon, like the sage in the story.
I see. Well, it just so happens that today's Sub-Zero's festival is almost over too. Since we're in a dream, let's make this final dance of Sub-Zero's as beautiful as we can. The wait is over, everyone. I dedicate this to our god, the dance of Sub-Zero's.
Nice. और अब पूरा का पूरा ड्रीम खत्म हो रहा है.
I'd be lying if I said I had no regrets. I would have loved to see Nilou's dance.
Ooh. अति सुंदर. बहुत बड़े सितार म्यूजिक है.
Oh, good morning, traveler. Oh, Paimon feels like she's been asleep for the longest time.
They're defying Anoop Sony's advice. चैन से सोना है तो जाग जाओ. हाँ वही. तो देखा अब ये सब लोग जागे हैं. इसका मतलब कि जितने भी लोग थे सब सो रहे थे एक्चुअली में.
Paimon's head feels super heavy. Paimon thinks it was the Sub-Zero's festival. Have we finally escaped from the Sub-Zero? Quick, take off your Akasha terminal.
भागो भागो भागो.
out in her room. What happened, huh?
Well done, Traveler and Paimon.
अबे कैथरीन ये कहाँ घूम रही है भाई?
And thank you, Dunyarzad, for organizing the Sub-Zero's festival for me.
ओह अच्छा, तो वो जो कैथरीन थी जो पहले हमें फेस्टिवल नजर आई थी वो एक्चुअली में ये थी.
I'm sorry, who are...
Dunyarzad! You're okay!
Oh, a Traveler, Paimon. I just had a dream.
कमाल ही है यार, पता नहीं क्या ही हो रहा है.
You're actually Nahida, aren't you? Paimon felt like Catherine was acting weird when we met at this end.
It's a really long story. We shouldn't disturb her. Her consciousness is still weakened. Let's chat somewhere else. How about by...
हाँ क्यों नहीं, इधर से उधर भागते रहो. बाकी ये सबसे बढ़िया था, चैन से सोना है तो जाग जाओ. कहाँ जाना है? उधर.
Let's talk about Dunyarzad first. It's...
After we parted on the last day of the Sub-Zero's festival, I left the city and saw what the Traveler had described. Among the countless dreams, I found one that was growing fainter and fainter. This proved my suspicion. Once Dunyarzad could no longer bear the Akasha harvesting her dreams, her consciousness began to dissipate. But this also meant it escaped the Akasha's control. Such a small fragment of consciousness can't last for very long, though. It will return to its original dream, where both will gradually fade until they completely disappear. I used all the power I had to keep her dying dream alive as long as possible. But it still wouldn't have lasted for much longer if it hadn't been for you two breaking the samsara.
So it looks like we did manage to save Dunyarzad in the end. Not a moment too soon.
Huh? Why are you two smiling so happily? I thought you'd be so moved that you'd start crying.
Both are fine. Everyone
All right. You two must have a lot of other questions for me, right? After all, you saved my faithful believer.
As you're at the Avidia forest, there was this incense that made the Traveler fall unconscious and dream of a huge tree and a red sky.
You also heard someone's voice, right? It said world and forget me.
Yeah, so you do know. We've been wanting to ask you what that was about, and if the red sky was related to Conria.
It seems like the Traveler established a connection to Irminsul. That was a message left by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul. Perhaps her last memory before she died.
Okay.
As you two probably know, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared after the disaster in Conria. The timings of these events do line up, so your suspicions are reasonable.
A message from Greater Lord Rukkhadevata? We thought it was from the Scarlet King.
The Scarlet King? That god who died even longer ago? Some present-day desert dwellers still worship him. You probably just heard some of their conspiracies.
Okay, so what does the
I still haven't managed to decipher it. Even Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's residual consciousness in Irminsul seems to be contaminated with something that has a very dangerous aura to it. Many devoted scholars go mad as soon as they connect their consciousness. I've warned the academia about this many times, but people still keep falling victim to it. But I believe this is the key to saving Irminsul. That's why I've kept trying to decipher it.
So the tree in the vision was Irminsul? Oh, Tainari also said that Irminsul is sick. Is it because of the contaminated consciousness? But even if you can't figure out what that vision was all about, it seems like our search for you was all in vain.
The traveler wasn't affected after coming in contact with that consciousness. I've never seen anyone like that. With you here, we may have a chance at deciphering it. No, we must decipher its secrets. I've already eliminated all other factors that might affect Irminsul. This is the only one left. This puzzle has life and death at stake. It could determine Irminsul's fate, as well as Teyvat's. To be accurate, I'm using the Akasha as a medium to occupy Catherine's consciousness.
How did you do that? Poor Catherine.
Theoretically, I can enter anyone's mind as long as they're wearing their Akasha terminal. The Akasha is the legacy of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. As Lesser Lord Kusanali and the first Akasha terminal, my consciousness has always been linked to the Akasha. I've always respected my people's free will, so I've never actually occupied their consciousness. When necessary, I just borrow this bionic Snezhnayan puppet.
अच्छा, तो कैथरीन इज फ्रॉम स्नेशनाया. मुझे लगा कि ये फॉन्टेन से होगी.
Hold on. Did we just learn some deep dark secret? So
ये तो सबको पता है.
No, what about your own body? Why do you need to borrow other people's? Don't you live in the sanctuary of Surasthana?
That story begins a long time ago. After Greater Lord Rukkhadevata disappeared, the sages found my newly born self and took me back to Sumeru. At that time, I was young and weak. The sages kept me in the sanctuary of Surasthana, ostensibly for the sake of protecting me. But I've hardly heard from them since. However, I do understand that they had hoped to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata instead of me, a symbol of her passing.
So, the sages basically put their new Archon under house arrest? How dare they! Why don't you teach them a lesson, Nahida?
In some ways, they aren't wrong. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was omniscient and omnipotent. Even after her death, the Akasha is still empowering this nation. And I'm still really far away from being able to call myself the God of Wisdom. Moreover, the Academia is also more proficient at governing this country. My existence has little meaning.
Yeah, you got a lot of believers. Just look at the Sub-Zero's festival. Everyone who showed up truly loves you.
Thank you for the kind words. But I honestly don't need physical freedom as long as I can connect my consciousness to the Akasha. Trying to find a way to save Irminsul is my life's mission and top priority. I will work on that, and try to live up to being a deity in the meantime. Every once in a while, I will also take up the duties of the God of Wisdom and enlighten a lost soul here and there. Doing all that should be enough. There's never been any big problems with the Academia's governance of Sumeru. This is the first time I've seen them step out of line. I wonder what caused them to go down this path, and what they hope to achieve. Even though the city's residents haven't noticed anything strange, if the traveler hadn't broken the Sub-Zero's samsara, the situation could have become dire. I tried to do some investigating in the Akasha, but I couldn't find anything suspicious. And all the people of interest seem to purposely avoid wearing their Akasha terminals.
उन्हें पता है ना क्या होगा पहन लिया तो.
I think they're deliberately trying to hide something.
Oh, that reminds Paimon. In Gandharvaville, there was a sage who had invited Tainari to join some kind of project. Could it be related?
Regardless, I need to first investigate the sage's motives, make things right, and punish them if needed. But I'll have to be discreet, or they'll see me coming. You mean how the Akasha stops you from having dreams?
Yeah, it's been such a long time. No one's noticed something's up?
It's not that no one noticed. It's more like no one cared. Ultimately, it's all rooted in the sage's misdirection.
Misdirection?
The sages convinced everyone to believe that being unable to dream is a sign of rationality and wisdom. Not dreaming is a badge of honor in Sumeru, even if the truth is that their dreams are being reaped by the Akasha. With their propaganda in place, the sages can maximize their use of the Akasha to facilitate their research. Besides, Greater Lord Rukkhadevata must have created the Akasha in the hopes that it could be used to its full potential. That's why I've never come out strongly against this. Anyway, the perspective advocated by the sages drowned out any voices of doubt. By now, even those who never use Akasha terminals find it too shameful and embarrassing to talk about their dreams. Got it. I hope my answers were satisfactory, seekers of knowledge. To be honest, maintaining Dunyarzad's fading dream took a lot. Oh, and you don't need to worry too much about the sage's activities for now. The Akasha will go and get some sleep. Leave everything to us. What a relief. This is truly the most exhausting birthday I've ever had.
Traveler? Paimon? Why am I here? Do either of you know?
Maybe you were sleepwalking. You know you can't wake up a sleepwalker. We happened to walk by, so we thought we'd wait for you to wake up.
I see. Huh. I should visit my maintenance personnel sometime. Oh, I'm fine. I better go.
We've spent quite some time in Sumeru City, but ever since we last said goodbye to Lesser Lord Kusanali, we haven't heard anything from her.
यही होता है जब बहुत टाइम से गेम ना खेली हो.
Waiting around like this. Let's go find Catherine and pick up some work so we can at least keep ourselves busy.
एक के बाद एक क्वेस्ट आती रहती हैं. Intertwined fate. Chapter 3, Act 3. Dreams, emptiness, deceptions. क्या यार, अभी तो ये वाली मैं इतनी खेलूँगा. थोड़ी देर बाद शाम को दोबारा शायद ऑनलाइन आऊँ, तो मैं वैलोरेंट खेलूँगा थोड़ी सी. बहुत टाइम हो गया वैलोरेंट खेले हुए, तो वैलोरेंट खेलेंगे शाम को. अभी तो इतना ही. चलो जी सब लोग मिलते हैं.